Okay, today we're going to solve a system of quadratic and linear equations. On the set of axes below, graph the following system of equations. Using the graph, determine and state the coordinates of all points in the solution set for the system of equations. I'm going to show you how to do this using your calculator. The first step in doing this is making sure that you solve both equations for y. We have y plus 2x equals x squared plus 4. And the idea here is I need to eliminate this 2x from this side of the equation. I'm going to do that by subtracting 2x from both sides of the equation. Y is equal to x squared plus 4 minus 2x. Do not combine any terms. All you want to do is get this term to the other side of the equation. It was positive 2x over here. It becomes negative 2x over here. The next equation is y minus x equals 4. So we know that's going to become y equals 4 plus x, because you add x to both sides of the equation and you eliminate it from this side and you move it as a positive to the other side. So here are the two equations that are going to go in your calculator. They're solved for y. So you go to the y equals button on your calculator, y equals, and then you start entering in your equations. X squared plus 4 minus 2x. And my second equation is y equals 4 plus x. This is where the button you're always going to use for a variable. And when I go to my graph, I can actually see a picture of what my system of my linear and quadratic system should look like. You want to have that picture in your head when you go on to graph it. Then you hit second, graph. Now you have your first equation is in this list and your second equation is in this list. Each equation shares the same x values. So when I look at this right now, I see the first equation has a point 0.04 and the second equation also has a point 0.04. You're looking for this repeat, right? This is not a solution to the system. This is a solution to both equations, therefore it's a solution to the system. So I like to write down my solutions before I start. If I look at the graph, I see there's 2 solutions. The first solution is 0.4, so I write solution. And I have 0, 4 is my first solution. And as I scroll down, I look, and I see there's another solution. The first graph has 3.7, and the second graph has the point 3.7. So if you don't state the solution, you'll lose a point. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to start graphing my points. If I look at my y values on the first graph, I see that this 12 is not going to fit on my grid because I only go up to 10. So I start with the point -1, 7. -1, 7 will be right here. 0.4, 0, and I go up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. I go over 1 and I go up 3. And then I start to see that the values start increasing again. So that means that I'm going to be going around and making this U-shaped graph, which is a parabola. So the next point is 2, 4, and then 3, 7. And you want to be really careful when you try to make this a curved graph. I like to do one side first, and I extend the graph. And the other side, and I extend the graph. And then there's the parabola. So now I go on to graph the line. And I'm going to look for some points, right, that I can graph. I can graph down here. I can graph -10, -6. So I go over to -10. I'll use a different color. -10 and then -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next point's -9, 5. So I go to -9, 5. Then I have -8, -4, and -7, -3. And this is a line, so I start to see a pattern. So I can start filling out the rest of the points really quickly using the pattern. And then I notice that I hit the parabola. And then I hit the parabola again. Those two places where I hit the parabola, those are my solutions. 0, 4, and 3, 7. The last thing I got to do here is draw in my line. And now I'm done. I got full credit on this question. Good luck.